Crypto Lovers Trading Group. Hope everyone's doing well. Friday afternoon, a little bit after 12. We're talking altcoins, obviously getting ready for the weekend. Want to do a quick video here. I apologize. Did not do a video early in the middle of the week for Cardano. I should have. I apologize to all the Cardano community. Basically, got caught up in a lot of the other of what was happening with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and everything. But obviously, we know that Cardano rose to about 225. We've been in Cardano since this latest move here early in the week from 210. Okay, so it's currently open. You can find that if you're in our Discord. I usually post the open trades in the Discord. So we are in Cardano at 2.10 buy up. We did not sell down that trade, which is very interesting. And I had a couple calls with some mates about this in terms of correlation. If you're following any of the videos, you know I use correlated trading methods with a lot of the things that I do. But you also look for those assets, and Cardano and Polkadot link sometimes, but for the most part, Polkadot and Cardano tend to not really get too affected by the Bitcoin noise or the Ethereum noise. A lot of that, I think, is because they're very tightly community-based, maybe. But it's very, very interesting. You don't get a lot of, when Cardano pops off, it's Cardano-based. It's typically not Bitcoin-based or Ethereum-based or China FUD or something like that happens. It's very centric related to Cardano itself, like the Cardano Summit, for example, September. Like it's very, very interesting. So you didn't get like a major, setting an all-time high for Cardano this week, like you did with Bitcoin, or a big run like Ethereum had over 4,200, right? You got some appreciation for sure, but it was really within the chart. We're going to see that right here, and we'll see what I'm talking about. We're going to open this up. We're on the 4-hour. Again, we're on Phemex, mates, the Phemex exchange, and you can kind of see it's all been pretty much in that cloud, right? It broke above the cloud here on the run up. Huge wick there to 229, but couldn't sustain it here, these wicks. But that was right in the middle of that basically 12-hour Bitcoin push. So obviously everything in the market pretty much went up. But here's what I was telling everyone, about charting your RSI. It again got to 70 RSI, which is the top end for any asset of that. And so you kind of knew this reversal was coming. But this right here, the MACD, is interesting in terms of how wide coming up this is going to get with today's action going into Saturday. We're back down here to 217. Remember, we're still in from here, okay, at 210. And why? Because look, this is where we got in at that lower 30 range RSI, which typically for Cardano signals a buy signal, because when it gets to 30 RSI, it's normally oversold, okay? And then we got this quick bounce, right? But we didn't sell down here with everything else. And you very well could have. I did not, because I've noticed in the last 3 months how less and less and less it's correlated. So I wasn't really sure if Cardano would break back down to 210 breakdown. It's only off 1%, a little over 1%, whereas a lot of other things are off 3, 4, and 5%. So we're still here. This is concerning because now we're coming back through. So you have to set your profit, your stop loss. I'll probably set that stop loss at 212 since I'm in at 210, and take a small, return on it if we get down to 210. But we have some wicks here, which tells me at above 213, they're bidding it back up. They're not letting it fall just yet, but you got to keep an eye on it. Again, so 210 becomes support here. Any break of 210 is going to put basically 204 and $2 back on the table. But the thing you got going for you is you got a 44 RSI. We could fall back below 208, which would put us back down to about a 30 to 34 RSI, and that becomes a buy up again. All right, so that's where we're looking at. So you want to take a look at that and be cautiously optimistic, because if Bitcoin turns around and reverses, which is possible because its RSI is falling, more than likely the market will reverse, and maybe there's some residual effects, even though it's not highly correlated with Bitcoin, for Cardano this weekend.